And this is Dr. Shelton buzzing around. I'm at the Moscone Convention Center with the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. And this is their 65th Boule or convention, and their theme is Gateway to Global Leadership Through Timeless Service. As you can hear, they are getting ready for the panel, and Roland Martin from CNN is one of the panelists, so we will enjoy the valuable information that this panel is going to give us today. Welcome back to Buzzing Around with Dr. Shelton, and I'm in the Moscone Convention Center, and they're getting ready, AKA, for their town hall meeting. And I'm speaking with Shelley and Desiree, and they're going to tell you where they're from and the important things that they do with the AKAs to make this world a better place.
Hi, I'm Desiree Honore Thomas from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I'm a member of the International Connection Committee, which is the committee that is responsible for civic involvement and information and actualization.
Hello, I am Shelley Wilson. I am the South Central Regional Director-elect. I will be installed on this Friday as the South Central Regional Director, covering the states of Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and New Mexico.
Well, congratulations, and can you just tell the young people, women particularly out there, who is watching Buzzing Around, that you can influence these young ladies to make themselves better, join AKA, and just give them some advice on building a better self.
Sure. Alpha Kappa Alpha for the last 104 years has been committed and dedicated to women of service, scholarship, and sisterhood. So we certainly promote high scholastical achievement. We encourage that of all of our undergraduate members, and undergraduate and graduate both show a high level of service to our communities. We truly believe that we are blessed to be a blessing and that everyone can be great because everyone can serve.
Thank you. Now, Desiree, you give them some of your good advice. I invited them via radio today to come down here to the Moscone Center and bring their daughters and bring the son so they can see what great women are working to build this better United States for young people. So you give them some advice.
Sure. One thing I'd like to say is it is the greatest bond of sisterhood that exists across the world, and you cannot go anywhere and not meet a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha that is involved in the community, because it is about giving back and our service to all mankind. That's what we do.
Well, welcome to San Francisco, and I'm giving you the same advice about the cable car. If you're going to ride the cable car, wait for it to stop before you get on and stop before you get off, and you will be safer in our city.
Thank you.
And thanks again, and enjoy yourself, and thanks for bringing this great convention to San Francisco.
Thank you. We love it here, having a great time in this beautiful city and the beautiful weather. We both are coming from areas with 100+ temperatures, so this has been a beautiful relief.
Absolutely.
I see that you have one of the San Francisco host banners on. You all are doing a great job making
Thank
the AKAs feel welcome. Now tell them your name, what city you're from.
My name is Dr. Martha Collins. I'm from the city of Elk Grove, and our chapter, Sigma Delta Omega, is one of the host chapters here for this 65th Boule.
And you in Elk Grove, what is your Elk Grove, California? What is your profession?
I'm an optometrist. I'm one out of 300 black optometrists in the whole United States, and I practice at Kaiser Permanente in South Sacramento, California.
One of the best things that happened to me when I got cataracts removed, and I can remember what a blue sky looks like.
Oh, yes.
So thank you all for doing a good job, being well educated and looking out for us so that we can see better. That's
right.
for sure.
Everybody has a new pair of eyes, hopefully.
And how are you enjoying yourself in
I'm just
San
having
Francisco?
a fantastic time. All the SARs, it's good to see them. We're so sisterly, and everybody, we don't meet anybody we don't know. So it's really great, and it's fantastic, and I hope that is here from ensuing years that we have a better and better time.
Speaking with Glenda, who is an AKA Sarah. She's here from Hawaii and another city you told me?
Yes, I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I'm based out of Hawaii at Tripler Army Medical Center.
And how long you been in the military?
I've been in the military actually 16 years.
How long you been in the AKA?
I've been an AKA based out of Florida A&M University since 1991, so I just turned 20 back in October.
Well, congratulations. Now, how are you enjoying yourself in San Francisco?
San Francisco is lovely. We had a red-eye flight last night, so it was pretty late. We're about 5 hours behind California, so it's a little different, but so far so good. It's a little cool here, different from Hawaii, but we're enjoying ourselves.
Well, what is a message that you can give to the young girls that are out there in the TV land listening and watching, buzzing around about the AKA and the military?
Okay, AKA offers quite a few programs, especially mentorship. So I can say you always remain positive no matter what, whether you're in an organization or not, but it's a great honor to be a part of a big sorority.
And being advice you can give young ladies joining the military.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Glenda, can you give the young ladies out there in our television viewing audience some advice on about joining the military? Because you've been in 16 years, so there had to be some good that kept you in there. Does that mean you're making it a career?
It is a career for me now. Initially, I joined to attend medical school. That didn't work out, but I can say the military is not for everybody. You have to make it work for you. And I actually allowed it to work for me, and it's opened up numerous doors career-wise. I used to be an enlisted soldier, and now I'm an officer at Tripler Army Medical Center. So I can say, you know, you can start out with one plan and end up doing another plan, but just stay focused and positive.
Well, I want to thank you for talking with Buzzing Around.
Yes, ma'am.
And thank you for all that you do for the United States of America as a military person, and the good that AKA does in the community, especially for the young people. And we're all excited about the Youth Summit that will be on Thursday. So thanks again. Enjoy yourself. When you're riding the cable car, wait for it to stop to get on, wait for it to stop to get off, and you won't have an accident.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello again. This is Dr. Shelton, buzzing around. I'm at the Moscone Convention Center with the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, and this is their 65th Boule or convention, and their theme is Gateway to Global Leadership Through Timeless Service. As you can hear, they are getting ready for the panel, and Roland Martin from CNN is one of the panelists, so we will enjoy the valuable information that this panel is going to give us today. In the Barbara Rogers and Belva Davis, and they're both AKA, they're Kappa Alpha Sorrows. So I want you to just tell our listening and watching audience at Buzzing Around why you think it's important that this AKA convention is in San Francisco, and the influence that we hope that it will have on the young people out there that's watching us.
I'll let Belva go first.
Yeah, I'll just tell you one thing. They're coming here with goodies, good things for our students, hundreds of bags of school supplies. They're in the right neighborhood with it. They're out in the Bayview. They're doing that. And I think what I am really most pleased about, they have a targeted leadership program, and they've targeted middle school girls. And speaking to various members, they're doing something a little different. It isn't just introducing them to people who've achieved. They're saying, if the student says that I want to be a nail technician, they're saying, okay, then what you have to do is go to school, get a business, learn something about business, own the shop that you're going to be a nail technician in. I love that kind of thinking.
Oh, so do I. So do I.
One of the things that I think is really important is for the city of San Francisco to see this many successful, professional African-American women spending money in this city, taking over the Moscone Hall. Hi, Willie Brown. Taking over Moscone Hall and doing all the kinds of things that we are extremely proud of them for doing, because we don't get to see that in San Francisco that often, where there's a very small African American population. But here you have almost 10,000 African American women, professional women, all in their lovely pink and green. I'm happy to say I'm one of the sorors as well.
Well, I did a call in to Emmett Powell's radio show this morning, inviting the churches to bring and the mothers and fathers to bring their daughters and sons down here so that they can see what success is close up. And I'm going to be taking 2 of my granddaughters who are in middle school out there to the youth summit.
Absolutely.
And so this is a great influence, and as you said, they're spending lots of money in this city and smiling about it.
Right. Also,
they're just smiling and glad to be in San Francisco. So again, thank you, Ms. Rogers, and I'm going to call the auntie, and Belva. Thank you so much for all that you have did in San Francisco and the Bay Area, keeping us abreast of what's going on in the world and in our city. And congratulations on your book, and my plan is to get one.
You got it.
You should. It's a great book.
You got it.
I understand that.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
again. I'm here with Carol Dixon, who is the international chairperson for the AKA convention, and she's going to just give you some information on what is going on all this week and today as far as attending the convention.
Good afternoon. Hi, Carol Dixon. As she said, we are here at the Moscone Center for our 65th International Conference. Currently, we are having a town hall meeting featuring panelists, former Mayor Willie Brown, discussing just some of the issues regarding education and the impact that it has on the community. This afternoon at 5:30, we will be having a public meeting to honor a number of community leaders throughout the country for their work that they're doing to better serve their communities. So if you are available, come and check out our public meeting. The AKAs will be here in San Francisco. Our conference ends on Friday, July the 27th. So if you're not really familiar with Alpha Kappa Alpha, we were the first black letter organization founded in Howard University in 1908. So as you can see, our organization has been around for over 104 years. We work as a sisterhood to really serve those who are disadvantaged. We also work very hard to uplift and motivate our young women to let them know that they can be anything they want to be, and that education is extremely important in really making it in this world. So again, if you have the opportunity, come and check us out. We'll be happy to see you.
And this is a bit of news. Alpha Kappa Alpha was the first organization to purchase a life membership in the NAACP.
Yes, that is correct.
That's correct. I've been studying up on it, and thank you for all you do for the NAACP,
Right.
too.
Thank you for having me.
My name's Laura Barry, and I'm from Zeta Alpha Omega in Toledo, Ohio, and several of us are here. I came because I felt this may be just the piece that says to us, let's get involved, let's get engaged and act. We have to make a major part in this election and voting and engaging in the community.
And I'm especially glad to have had the opportunity to attend this session because I'm chairman of the Connection Committee in Toledo, Ohio, where our chapter is, so that I've got so many, good points and so much encouragement and motivation from this to go back and do the best job, and so sort of motivate the whole chapter to really
Go back
get
and
there.
make a difference.
Yeah, and I really like the point of mail-in. We're going to really work
Mail-in?
Mail-in voting. Voter registration, right.
Voter registration, mail-in.
No, voting.
Oh, voting. Voting by mail-in. Oh, yeah, what they call absentee ballot. Absentee ballot, that's the word we're looking for. And Sarah, where are you?
My name is Margot Coker, and I'm from Akron, Ohio. And love San Francisco, and everything has been so beautiful. I have really enjoyed this town meeting because the presenters were they were really down to earth, and they gave us some practical information, especially about the absentee voter. I also like the idea about us working with young women, the ones who are in, juvenile offenders and stuff. So it was just so much information given that I think that we can use.
And it make you want to go back to your city and do a lot of good work there.
My name is Brunette O'Neill, and I'm from Zeta Alpha Omega chapter in Toledo, Ohio.
I'm from Columbus, so I'm familiar.
My name is Ann Smith. I'm from Dover, Delaware. I'm the president of my chapter, and I am so thankful to be here today. The presenters gave us solutions to some of the problems that are so critical that we need to address in our communities, and I'm charged to go back to really mobilize the community, not only Alpha Kappa Alpha, but I belong to the Delaware Black Business Association Chamber of Commerce and the NAACP. I'm going back and start a statewide effort to mobilize and to get ready for this election.
Well, we appreciate you coming to San Francisco, and you, Delaware, isn't that the home of Vice President Biden, the state?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is.
And you're a member of the NAACP?
I'm a member, and also the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce. And
Well, what did you tell me your name was?
Ann Smith.
And I'd like to give you an NAACP pen. I designed this when the NAACP was 100 years old, and it's 104 now, so that's a good collectible for you, and wear it with pride. Thank you so much, and thank you for smiling at me today. That increased our face value.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a safe trip back.
Come on. Don't ask me the hard question.
Oh, I'm not. Nicole, I'm Dr. Shelton with Buzzing Around. And where are you from?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, that's where my husband's from. There's some good people in Alabama.
Yes, we are.
How are you enjoying the convention? And tell me what you think about the panel.
Well, I'm enjoying the convention very much, and as far as the panel is concerned, it was some information that really hit home for me. I'm an elementary school principal, so when they talked about education being important, that hit home for me. Also, when they talked about the mentoring the young girls, that's something that I'm trying to start at my school. And then when they talked about making sure that our youth know what their history is about and where they're going, that was very, very important. So I'd like to hear more about what we can do to change the mentality of our people.
You are the principal of an elementary school in Birmingham,
yes,
Alabama. We appreciate the teachers so much because you have the minds of our young people in your hand for so many hours of the day. And the parents, we should get behind the teachers.
Yes.
Look, they can't raise our children for us, but we can help them to help us raise good children. So teachers, we're going to vote. If we have to vote for you all to get a raise or however that works, because a job is important, that what you're doing deserves to be compensated.
Thank you so much.
And I love my teacher, Miss Payne. She was from West Virginia. She passed away in December. She was an AKA, and I'm looking for the delegation from West Virginia so that I can talk with them about my teacher. I loved my teacher, Miss Payne, and I've been out of school since 1959.
Well, she must have made a really big impact on you.
Oh, she did. She did. And I flew her out here in 2008 where I honored the teachers and business people, and I honored my teacher, Miss Payne.
I'm sure that was really, you know, beneficial.
Thank you again. Enjoy the city. Be careful getting on and off of the cable car. Make sure it stops before you get on, and stop before it get off when it stops. Okay. Don't get off and on when it's moving. Okay. All right. Thank you. And I love Alabama. Thank you. All righty. Mayor Brown, as you know, I'm Dr. Shelton with Buzzing Around and NAACP. I'm filming here Covenants for Buzzing Around TV, and I just wanted you to tell our listeners and our viewers what you think about the AKA convention coming to San Francisco and what impact it has had and is going to have on this city.
Well, first and foremost, to have this many black women so elegantly attired roaming around the streets of San Francisco is a joy unto itself. We have so few black people here. But even more importantly, I believe for the young people of San Francisco, particularly African Americans, this is a good message and a good symbol.
I called into the Emmett Powell show this morning, inviting the churches to bring, and the parents to bring the young people down here so they can see these successful African American women, so they can get some ideas about changing their lives and making a difference for themselves and the world.
And they should. That's exactly what they should do, because the kinds of things that go on in sororities and fraternities, particularly from historical black Negro colleges, you can't get that in urban space like San Francisco.
Well, again, thank you for being
You're
who
welcome.
you are, and you know how much we love you. You are a landmark here in the city and county of San Francisco, and we sure appreciate you. And I'll see you at the gala on November the 3rd in the ACP Gala. Roland, I'm Dr. Shelton with Buzzing Around with Dr. Shelton TV show on public access here in San Francisco. I want you to tell our audience what the overall concept of this panel was, and the most important thing I heard, I think, came out of this is about getting out to vote.
Well, first of all, I mean, our goal was to cover multiple things, and that is you talked about voting, you talked about health care, education, also economics. But clearly this is an election year, and so the election, the national elections, but also the statewide and local elections are also vitally important. And so it's how do you mobilize people to get them organized when it comes to voting. So that was the critical issue.
And so the most important thing about mobilizing is to come together as a group, or?
Well, first of all, is using the existing infrastructure that you have. So you have thousands of AKs nationwide. They also have state chapters, regional chapters. They have local chapters, grad and undergrad. And so it's utilizing all of that infrastructure to be able to drive numbers. That's what it's all about. Well, no, same thing. But see, this is not a church organization. So the key is how do you use your organizations, your undergrad chapters, your graduate chapters, to be able to mobilize people. And so let churches. I believe in staying in your lane. Let churches do what churches do, but AKs have their own infrastructure. Okay.
Thank you so much for letting me interview you. I want to give you a collectible NAACP 100-year.
All right. I appreciate
Thanks
it.
Again.
Thanks
Thank
so much.
Hey, I'm here talking with Charlene, who is in town with the AKAs, and she's going to tell us where she's from and what she does in real life and some of the great accomplishments that she has achieved.
Hello, I'm Charlene Monroe, and I'm from Florida, South Florida, a little town called Parkland, and my chapter is Psi Pi Omega. And I am here because I love Alpha Kappa Alpha. I am what you call a golden soror because I've been a member for over 50 years. And so I am here doing what Alpha Kappa Alpha women do, trying to learn so that we can improve our community in which we live.
Well, we thank you for all that you do. And you were telling me that you were connected with the military?
Yes, I am a military wife. And my husband and I married straight from college. We went to West Virginia State College, which is West Virginia State University now. And we married almost 50 years ago. And during the time when we married, he became active in the military as a second lieutenant and had the privilege to go from second lieutenant to a 2-star general in the Army. And I was sharing with you that that's where I worked most of the time with young ladies, trying to help to develop them and to develop their character to be stronger women in our community.
Well, I heard you say West Virginia.
Yes.
And I want you to know that throughout this conference, I've been looking for anyone from West Virginia. Now, did you know Doris Payne?
I know of the name, but
yes. She was an AKA out of West Virginia.
Yes, well, I went there as an undergraduate. That's where I pledged at West Virginia State, a new chapter there. And it's good to come back to see all of the ladies that were with me during that time. So that's really very positive.
I was born up in Laredo, West Virginia.
Okay.
And Miss Payne was my school teacher, high school teacher. And she has followed me all through school and then into real life.
Oh,
I graduated in the class of '59, and she just passed away in December.
Okay.
So I'm going to be looking in the program book to see if they list the deceased sorors.
Okay,
And
yes.
maybe they'll find, her sister is Ruth Brown out of Baltimore.
Out of Baltimore.
Yeah.
Well, I'm originally from Atlantic City, New Jersey. And my mother, too, my mother and father were graduates of West Virginia State. So that's so important to me, too, that part. So,
well, thank you so much, and thanks for mentioning West Virginia.
Yes, well, that's a beautiful thing, isn't it? That's
Just
a beautiful thing. So,
coal miner's daughter, that was me. Coal miner's daughter,
I
that was
had
me.
many friends who are in West Virginia or were from West Virginia, of course, when I went to school there. So I know many people from West Virginia. So May God continue to bless you in all that you do. You're such a beautiful person.
Thank you so much, and have a safe trip back. On the cable car, remember, if you ride, don't get on until it stops, and don't get off until it's a complete stop, and you'll be safe.
Okay.
All right
you.
now.
Thank you for the tip. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, I'm here at the AKA convention, and I'm speaking with Reverend LaShawn Tarkenton from Bethel AME, my fellow member, and the system pastor and all that big stuff that you have to do to keep the church going spiritually when pastor's away.
Right. Well, youth minister at Bethel AME Church, and it's great to be here at the 65th annual?
65th annual.
65th annual Boule Convention, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Well, there are so many beautiful women here, inside and out, and I've met them from, just call out a city, and I've probably talked to someone from that city. Alabama, Birmingham,
right,
Florida,
yes.
West Virginia, my home state.
Yes,
I spoke to some ladies from there.
Yeah.
But we're here covering the convention for Buzzing Around with Dr. Shelton.
Oh, okay.
And so we'll pull this together, and it will be aired.
Well, that's great. That's great. And I think it's a wonderful convention. The workshops and some things that I can attend, because some of the meetings are closed, of course. I'm going to attend them, of course, the banquet. And so, of course, want to support my cousin Laverne Tarkenton, who is I believe, the Far West Regional regional director. Is that what the regional director here? So, of course, want to support her, and Bernice King is here. So it's a great experience to be around some old friends and new friends.
Well, I'm gaining new friends.
Right.
I am gaining new friends, and I told them whatever city I go into, I'm just going to go to the busiest street and stand in the middle and say, "Hey, AKA members, I'm Dr. Shelton from San Francisco. Come and see me."
Yes. Yes.
So thank you again.
Thank you.
We love you so much.
Love you too.
You know we do.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.